Every recipe was once created by someone, but the intriguing part is whether it was intentional. Are you curious if any of your favorite foods or dishes came about by accident? Here are 6 well-known dishes that were complete accidents, yet they became enduring culinary legacies. Let's begin with one that almost everyone has tried before. Ruth Wakefield is known for the accidental invention of chocolate chip cookies. In 1930, while preparing cookies at her restaurant, the Toll House Inn, she decided to add a chopped bar of Nestle chocolate into the dough. She initially believed that the chocolate would melt and swirl into the mixture, but as we now know, that didn't happen. The Toll House Inn gained widespread recognition thanks to its now famous chocolate chip cookies. This caught the attention of Nestle, who decided to feature Ruth Wakefield's original recipe on their chocolate bar packaging. Eventually, they even developed chocolate morsels specifically for the recipe. Today, these cookies are famously known as Nestle Toll House Cookies. Chimichangas are a beloved dish in Mexican cuisine, created by filling a flour tortilla with ingredients such as shredded meat, cheese, and beans, and then deep frying or pan frying it to perfection. Interestingly, there are 2 different restaurants in Arizona that each claim to be the birthplace of the chimichanga. One restaurant claims that the chimichanga was created deliberately by placing a burrito in a deep fryer. In contrast, another restaurant insists it was a complete accident, with the word chimichanga exclaimed in surprise during the mishap. Regardless of whether it was a planned creation or a delightful accident, chimichangas have remained popular since their invention in the late 1940s to early 1950s. Potato chips, although not exactly a traditional dish, are among the most popular and beloved snack foods worldwide. They're a staple at summer barbecues. Interestingly, the tale of their accidental discovery adds a humorous twist to their history. There are several stories about the origin of this popular dish, but the most well-known one takes place at a restaurant on Saratoga Lake in New York. According to the tale, a customer ordered fried potatoes but returned them because they weren't thin enough. In response, a kitchen worker decided to slice the potatoes as thinly as possible and deep fry them to a crisp. The result was a hit with the customer. The invention of buffalo wings dates back to 1964. A bar received a mistaken order of chicken wings instead of the other chicken parts they originally ordered. At the time, wings weren't commonly consumed, but the bar owner chose to fry them and coat them in sauce. This creative decision led to the birth of the dish we now know as buffalo wings. Anchor Bar was located in Buffalo, New York. Although buffalo wings originated there, it took several years for them to become widely popular. It wasn't until the 1980s that buffalo wings were commonly served across the country. Pat Olivieri, originally a hot dog vendor in Philadelphia, is credited with creating the Philly cheesesteak in 1930. Looking to expand beyond hot dogs, Olivieri chopped up some steak and grilled it at his cart. This caught the attention of a passerby who requested the same dish. Eventually, cheese was added, completing the iconic Philly cheesesteak we know today. Tarte tatin is a classic French dessert, essentially an upside-down apple pie. The process involves caramelizing apples with butter and brown sugar, then baking the pastry on top instead of the bottom. This delightful dessert is named after the Tatin sisters, who operated a restaurant south of Paris in the late 1800s. Legend has it that one of the sisters accidentally baked an apple pie upside down, leading to the creation of the beloved tarte tatin. Let's revisit these accidental culinary discoveries. First, we have chocolate chip cookies. Next, chimichangas. Then, potato chips. Following that, buffalo wings. Afterward, the Philly cheesesteak. And finally, the tarte tatin. Each of these delightful creations came into being by chance, adding to the rich tapestry of flavors we enjoy today. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to The Coconut Mama on YouTube at youtube.com/@thecoconutmama for more.